So I'm going to come right out of the gates with a question. Why are you here? What you are going to be doing when you get a set of letters on your chest is you are going to be a leader. That is non-negotiable. I've gotten this great opportunity to speak to a lot of college students over the past year. And one thing that I've learned is that they want to learn how to be great leaders, but they also want to be able to trust the people who are leading them and teaching them. What I really want is to be the professional that I would want to have been guided by when I was a college student.
I remember we were sitting in this one meeting, and we're talking about the mid-90s, late 90s, and I had this boss who was kind of a surly cat. He and I really didn't get along all that well. And as a matter of fact, this dude told me this once, quote, he said, "Eddie, you're kind of arrogant. I have to figure out how to control you." Oh. Now, I agreed with the first part of I had no problem with the first part of the sentence. But the second part, I was like, what the hell am I, Wild Kingdom? I was like, what am I was like, it's not like I'm flipping desks over or anything like that. I started doing that later in my career. And then I went to work for this company after my radio career, and something happened that freaked me clean out. I didn't realize how toxic an environment I had been in for my first job out of college. And I actually went to go do an assignment. And my boss called me one night at 8 p.m. And he goes, "Eddie, how's it going?" And so the first thing I'm thinking is, I'm fired. So I'm like, if he get a call at 8 o'clock, that's it, you're done, right? And I said, "Why are you calling me this time of night?" And he said, "Because you went and did this assignment and you knocked it out of the park. I'm calling you to thank you."
Great.
Exactly. And so I was at this point where, as a young man, I didn't know what it meant for a leader to be thankful. I had no idea what that looked like, what it sounded like. And so I became even more fascinated with leadership. I became even more fascinated with how leaders treat people. So at its heart, what philanthropy is all about showing the love that you have for your fellow person in some way, shape, or form. And so when our fraternities and our sororities are asking us to participate in philanthropies, yeah, we might see it one way, but really what they're asking us to do is to show brotherhood and sisterhood to other people, not just to each other. Let me ask you a question. What societal problems do you care most about solving under your community? People have education opportunities, making sure that people have their basic needs, right? I actually want to ask you that question in a different way. What is the goodwill that you dream of seeing in the world? One question is asking you what you don't want to see. The other question is asking you what it is that you want to build. Philanthropy means so much more when you think about what it is you want to create in the world.
I am passionate about doing my part to make sure that we train the next generation of effective, ethical leaders now. That's why I've created programs to help students understand the leader-follower relationship, personal leadership, preparing for careers in leadership, and leadership through philanthropy. I'm Eddie Francis. Bring me to your campus soon. Go to eddiefrancis.com.